I saw that there was something going on campus over Snapchat because people were posting about it on Snapchat stories, and I was just in the library doing homework and checking my phone, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have free time between class. You know, like I had like I think like 2 hours between my next class, and so I was like, I'm just gonna go check it out. And then I saw like a bunch of my friends were there, like almost everyone that was protesting I knew. Probably because there were a lot of LGBT people and like just like people who are like common ground. And so I like started talking to the religious group that was there and my friends that were there protesting, and yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I got there like kind of late. Like they'd been up for a couple hours. So I mean, I don't really know if they were like standing there saying stuff with their signs, or if they just had their signs up and like that's what attracted people. Because the signs were very like the one they had about women was pretty much just like as misogynistic as you can get. Um, and so I think that that's really just kind of what attracted people, and then conversation kind of started from there. And I know that like a lot of the students who were involved in like ASUW or like just like involved around campus were there, and they were wanting to know more about it. Like Javon Garcia or like Carlos Gonzalez or like Leslie. I don't remember her last name. Were there, and they were all just like talking to the protesters, and like the Young Democrats group. Like I think like 8 of them were there. Um, and they just were like trying to like get an insight on like the beliefs of this religious group, and then that I think once they started conversation, that's what kind of sparked like the anger and the like annoyance and the disagreement, and that's when like more people came over, and that's where they had like a bunch of pride flags and all that stuff was being put up. So yeah. That's kind of a gray area for me because I feel as if this protest was peaceful. It wasn't really like the people who were coming to put up their religious propaganda on campus weren't trying to like harm anyone or like target people or be extremely offensive. Their signs are being questionable. It was just signs. I don't really think there's a huge harm, and I think that if we block out things like that, that we are kind of not really opening up for conversation and not really like opening up like just like a positive way of maybe changing these groups' beliefs, or maybe just like I think that when you deny a group like this the right to like protest or the right to express their beliefs, it just causes more strife and makes them more mad and makes them more motivated to be proactive in promoting their religious propaganda. So I think that in terms of this kind of religious thing, yeah, that should be allowed. We shouldn't be like we're not allowed to do that, especially considering we're from Wyoming, and Wyoming is a relatively religious state in comparison to the other ones. So I mean, it's a state based it's a conservative state based on Christian values. So I think it'd be kind of hypocritical if, as the university of that state, we were like, you're not allowed to have religious freedom on campus, because there's other religious groups on campus all the time. And that would also like it'd be kind of hard to mitigate like who gets to do what as far as religious things go. So it's kind of like you can't really say no, as long as it's peaceful. So.